Welcome back to Sinpact. Today, we aren't just looking at a game, we are looking at a promise. It's been years since Pearl Abyss first showed us Macduff and the snowy peaks of Pywel. Back then, we weren't even sure what Crimson Desert was. Was it the successor of Black Desert Online? Was it a single player epic? Now, in April 2026, the wait is over. But with that weight comes a massive burden of expectation. We've seen the trailers, we've seen the physics defying combat, and we've seen the technical showcases. But today, we are putting away the hype and looking at the reality of the PlayStation 5 experience. If you've been following the channel, you know I usually lean into the high-end PC side of things with the rock streaks. But I wanted to tackle this on the PS5 for one specific reason: accessibility. Most of you will experience this world through a console, and I wanted to see if the hardware could actually keep up with the Pearl Abyss's ambition. In this deep dive, we are breaking down the proprietary BlackSpace Engine, the Mercenary systems, the brutal combat mechanics, and a very important warning: this game does not hold your hand. Let's get into it. Now, we need to talk about why this game is different from every other open world RPG you've played lately. In most games, you get a 2-hour tutorial that explains every single button. In Crimson Desert, Pearl Abyss throws you into the deep end. The unspoken mechanics, there is a massive learning curve here that the game simply doesn't talk about. For example, the way stamina interacts with the environment. If you're fighting in the rain or deep snow, your stamina regenerates differently. The game doesn't tell you this in a pop-up, you have to feel it in the character's animations. Even the horse mechanics, this isn't Skyrim where your horse is a mountain climbing tank. You have to learn how to manage your mount's momentum and weight. There are advanced maneuvers like quick turns and drift stops that are essential for mounted combat. But the game doesn't give you a checklist. You have to practice. Trial by fire, this lack of hand-holding extends to the puzzles and the exploration. There are no yellow paint markers telling you where to climb. You have to look at the geometry of the rocks. You have to listen to the sound of the wind to find hidden caves. For some players, this will be frustrating, but for those of us who missed the era of gaming where discovery felt earned, it's a breath of fresh air. If you go into Crimson Desert expecting a casual map clearing simulator, you're going to get hit with a reality check very quickly. As someone who spends a lot of time writing specifically in the sci-fi and cyberpunk genres, I'm always looking at the bones of a story. Crimson Desert is a gritty, political, mercenary drama. You play as Macduff, the leader of the Greymanes. You aren't a chosen one. You're a man trying to keep a group of desperate people alive. The narrative structure is less about a linear path and more about the weight of your choices. The Greymane system, your mercenary band, isn't just a list of names. You have to manage their equipment and their specific skills. There's a mission early on where you have to decide whether to sacrifice a shipment of supplies to save a wounded soldier. In most RPGs, this is a binary good versus evil choice. In Crimson Desert, it has economic consequences. The combat is where the learning curve hits its peak. This is a fighting game hidden inside an RPG. You have light and heavy attacks, yes, but the real depth is in the grappling. The wrestling influence, there is nothing more satisfying than parrying a knight, grabbing him by the waist, and German suplexing him. The animations are heavy and impactful. On the DualSense, the adaptive triggers give you resistance when you're trying to overpower an enemy. Positioning is everything again. The game doesn't teach you the importance of flanking in a tutorial, but you learn it the first time a group of mercenaries surrounds you. The AI is aggressive. They won't wait their turn. They will use ranged pressure while their heavy units bring you down. You have to use your elemental abilities to create breathing room. It's tactical, it's fast, and it has arguably the best combat system in an open world game to date. So where does Crimson Desert land? It's a game of immense ambition. It tries to be a political thriller, a mercenary sim, and a technical showcase all at once. Usually games that try to do everything fail at most. But Pearl Abyss has managed to pull these threads together. Is it for everyone? No. If you want an easy guided experience, look elsewhere. But if you want a game that challenges you, a game with a steep learning curve that actually rewards you for mastering its hidden systems, then this is a masterpiece. Final score? 9.2 out of 10. On the PS5, it's a must play, but with a caveat: respect the learning curve. Don't rush, listen to the world, practice the combat, and don't expect the game to hold your hand. I want to hear from you. Are you picking this up on PS5? And how are you finding the difficulty? Did the lack of tutorials frustrate you, or do you love the challenge? I am Sinpact. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot more coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Pywel. Peace.